So good morning, guys. So I didn't do much filming yesterday. Not filming, vlogging. Also didn't do any filming yesterday, which I had planned to do because I woke up just fine, and then after I ate breakfast, I started feeling really bad, and then I was just nauseous for the whole rest of the day and basically could do nothing but sleep. Like I couldn't even read really. I read a little bit in the short story collection because the other book that I'm reading is on my iPad, and I just could not look at screens. Like anytime I would look at my phone or my computer or my iPad, I would just feel sick. So I don't know if I had like a migraine of some sort or something I ate didn't set well, but it was pretty awful. And basically the only thing that sounded good to me yesterday was wonton soup, which my lovely husband so nicely got for me. But yeah, so yesterday was basically a complete wash. So I am working from home today, and that's nice because I can actually do probably some filming on my lunch break, which will be good because then I can get that done and edited during my lunch break. But yeah, so this weekend, my one weekend at home in the month of May, was not a good one, unfortunately.
Look at this sleepy little mug. Who's your baby? Oh, we're so tired. Mommy loves you even though you are shedding all over her clean laundry. Yes, you are. Well, I am feeling much better today, thankfully, although I'm like really hungry for everything, so that's a little problematic. Though I do have lo mein that Justin got me yesterday, so I'll probably eat some of that in a little bit. And egg rolls. There are egg rolls. I do love egg rolls. I read a little bit of this morning. I like the kind of like bleak feeling of this. I'm interested to see where it's going. I just have not been in a super like reading mood in the last couple of days. Like I have mixed feelings about the Michelle Gable book I'm reading, because on the one hand I want to read it because I want to know what's happening, but on the other hand I don't really want to read it because I actually don't really care what's happening. And I think that that's a little bit my own fault, not the book's fault, but like certain things will happen and then I'll Google it to be like, did that really happen? And then I'm like, God, the Kennedys are awful people. And then the girl that the book is like based on, Alicia, is based on Alicia Corning Clark, who was also a terrible person. And like the book makes her out to be this like innocent person being played basically by JFK and all of this, but like she's actually kind of awful, the person that it's based on, or at least what I've read about her is. And it was funny because I was like, I've read about this woman before. I don't know, just like this book is about people who are super unlikable when you get down to like their core, and so I'm having a little bit of a hard time with it, if I'm being honest. Well, today was productive, and now I think somebody's coming to look at our roof tonight, in an hour, less than an hour, I don't know. Yeah, our roof is leaking in like 3 places, so it's time. The joys of home ownership. Oh my god, that word just escaped me. Also, I did my nails today. They're like the Incoco nail wraps. It's so pretty. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow morning, so I have to do that right before I go to work. And then that's about it. I mean, this is gonna be a pretty low-key weekend, so we have 4 work days until vacation, and then I'm off from, like, when I get off, cat buzz, when I get off on Friday, I don't have to go back to work until the Tuesday after like, I'm off the whole week after Memorial Day, and then I don't go back to work until the Tuesday after the weekend after Memorial Day. So I'm off for like more than a week, which is crazy. But yeah, so this is gonna be crazy, even though we have to drive to Cleveland, Ohio and back in a weekend. So we're gonna drive like 20 hours total to be in Cleveland for like 24 hours or something ludicrous like that. But it's Justin's grandfather's 100th birthday, so, you know, you gotta do some crazy things when people be that old. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to that drive. I think we're renting a car. He wants to rent either a Jeep Grand Cherokee, a Tiguan, or a Ford Edge, I think were the three that we were looking at, because those are the ones that we're kind of entertaining as our next car. So he wants to kind of like drive them on a long trip. So we'll see. Let's go see where Simon is. What you doing? What you doing, buddy? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Today, apparently the new guy started yesterday. So that was something. But I had a pretty good day. And I got Snow Biz on the way home from work. And it's the pink wedding cake one again. It's delightful. I really like this. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is raining pretty hard. It's also, our gutter overflows when it rains, so it looks a whole lot worse than it actually is, and sounds a whole lot worse than it actually is, but it's raining pretty hard out there. On the not so healthy front, we're having French fries and salmon for dinner. Justin doesn't know that because he's still out in the car because he isn't, I think he's trying to wait the rain out. But I found these in the freezer. And this is semi-healthy, so it makes the French fries not as bad, question mark. We're off to work again today. I need to pack really badly for Ohio. I have not done that at all. So that's number one on the list when I get home tonight, is to pack for Ohio. I'm off to work. I'm gonna go get breakfast and get in the office. I have to return the audiobook of Bel Canto, the CDs, to the library, but I found it on Scribd, and Scribd has gone back to like audiobooks and ebooks being unlimited for the month. So I am gonna download that, and then I can listen to it in my car, and I can also listen to it on the way to Ohio. So I should be able to actually finish Bel Canto this weekend. I'm doing a terrible job of buddy reading because I just forget to comment on it. And I feel like I am processing it all over again from the first time I read it. So yeah, I really need to send some thoughts to Doris on it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to some more of Bel Canto, go get my breakfast, and head to work. Hello, good night. No, for real. So tomorrow I've got to get up and get out of the house early because they are roofing our house tomorrow. I'm so excited about this, like adulting to the max here, but our roof had started to leak, and so I'm really excited that it will be replaced before we go out of town, so I don't have to worry about the roof in the house and everything while we're out of town. But I am a little bit worried about Mr. Simon because he doesn't do well in like thunderstorm situations, and he also doesn't do well when my dad's walking on the roof, and tomorrow it's just gonna be a cacophony of roof noises. So I'm a little worried about him. Hopefully he'll be okay. My mom's gonna come check on him. But yeah, tomorrow is exciting and a little nerve-wracking. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. not even a single minute. We had our roof replaced yesterday, so yesterday morning I was just trying to get out of the house as quickly as possible because I wanted to be gone by the time the roofers got here, and then I was trying to stay gone until they finished, but I got home a lot earlier, or I got home and they were still working on it. They were like finishing it up, and so I just like hung out at my parents' house, and then went to eat with my mom. Yeah, but it looks amazing, and I have peace of mind for when I go out of town that our roof will not just start leaking again. So there's that. That's done. That's exciting. Reading update, it is the 25th of the month, and I have still only finished Hero at the Fall. It has been not a good reading month for me. I'm partially through like 3 books right now, and I should be finishing Bel Canto actually today, which I know, like, I mean, I've read it obviously, so I know what happens, and I need to remember that for when I am listening to it, to make sure that I'm not listening to it at inappropriate places. Definitely not something I want to be listening to at work. But yes, so I'm friggin' loving that, and I'm definitely gonna do a separate video, like rereading Bel Canto, because I'm just really excited about it, and I'm getting excited about the movie coming out this fall, I think, or winter. There's a movie coming out, so I'm getting excited about that. Guys, we are hours away from like an over a week long vacation. Well, I am getting myself packed, and I have literally the tiniest suitcase in the world that I am using to pack in. Like, my packing cube takes up half of the suitcase, and then I have to get everything else in around it, which is kind of ridiculous. So I'm amused by that. So I finished the Bel Canto in the car on the way home. So when I was pulling into the garage this morning at work, I was like, okay, it just turned over and it was like the last chapter, and I was like, okay, we cannot listen to this at my desk at work. I will be embarrassed of myself because it's so sad. So I did not try to listen to that at work, and instead I saved it for the drive home. And of course, by the time I got home, I was just like crying because, yeah, I have so many thoughts, and like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on that, but I loved it just as much as I loved it the first time, probably a little bit more, just because like I have so much more life experience, and so a lot of the things were a little bit more meaningful to me. So yeah, I related to the characters a little bit more. But we are leaving bright and early tomorrow. Oh, today was a weird day, by the way. So I got to work, and like about 20 minutes before lunch, fire alarm went off. Apparently it wasn't a drill. Somebody's potluck set the fire alarm off. And the ridiculous part is, so I work on like the 7th floor of a building. I got to the 1st floor and realized that I didn't have my badge. So obviously they wouldn't let me go back up to the 7th floor to get it. I had to just exit the building. And so we got out there. I was like, well, this ought to be fun. And so I had to wait in the line of shame with like 6 other people who forgot their badges, and then had to be checked in manually by a computer, like somebody on a computer, making sure I actually worked there. So that was fun. Also, Simon is slinking around. So he was fine and like interested when Justin was packing, but now that I have a suitcase out and I'm putting things in it, he's slinking around. Like, he is not pleased. We're halfway. Are we halfway?
Maybe.
We're some sort of way to Ohio, to where we're going in Ohio. Bless you. And that's pretty much it. We're not stopping anywhere exciting on the way up because we're trying to get there by 5:30, which, are we gonna get there by 5:30? Bless you again. Sneezy, queasy.
Better edit that out.
and probably won't. But we keep tallying up the places we want to stop on the way back, because there's so many fun places. I think we're just outside of Lexington, or are we still in Lexington?
Yeah, we're like on the outskirts of Lexington.
Oh, okay. Yep. We talked to some guy at a rest stop who thought we were from California, because we have a rental car that the plates say California, who is riding his motorcycle from Florida to Washington, which is crazy to me, but also kind of cool.
I have eye thingies under my eyes because I found them in my travel makeup bag thing, and I was like, I should use these. Also, I've been drinking. We went to this place called, what was it called?
Butcher and...
Oh, Butcher and the Brewery. Butcher and the Brewer in downtown Cleveland, and it was really good. They had a beer that was called the Albino Stout, and it was like an oat ale, but it tasted really similar to a stout that we have in Chattanooga by Heaven and Ale Brewing Company called Supreme Love, which is like a chocolate coffee stout that is like really sweet. It's really good. I had like, well, I had 1.5. I'm a lightweight, guys. I gave the other half to my sister-in-law's boyfriend. All the food was amazing, so if you're ever in downtown Cleveland, I recommend it. It was amazing. And Justin had like 3 different beers, and he liked all of them. Did you have 3?
Yep.
Were they good?
Yep.
Yeah, they were good. So, yeah, definitely recommend that place. It was really good. And it had this like really cool, I guess it's an event space downstairs where the bathrooms were, where like all the brewing equipment was all like lit up really cool. So yeah, I will probably have already inserted footage of that over me speaking to you. But now I might do a little reading or just surf the internet, and then we have to get up in the morning and we have to drive home, which I'm not looking forward to because it's a long drive. I'm entirely too amused by the pancake machine at breakfast. I didn't even want a pancake. I still pushed the button because it's magnificent, and I may or may not have taken a video of it. I was like, I don't care if these people look at me funny. This is amusing as all get out. So yeah, enjoy that. Anyways, we are headed back to Tennessee today. It's gonna be a long drive. I'm not looking forward to it. I think it's also supposed to rain quite a bit of the way. So hopefully the weather's not too bad. But yeah, we're headed home now. And then we have 2 days at home, which are gonna be blissful. I need to actually get some stuff done this week. And then we're headed back out again to Virginia. So we've been on the road for like 3 hours-ish, and what we're finding is that there is a correlation between how well the roads are paved and how many cops are on the roads. So in the areas where there are really crappy roads, there are like virtually no state troopers or cops or anything. But then when you get on the actual paved roads, there are cops everywhere. We have seen 17 cops of some sort, and apparently they have these like SUVs that are just for pulling over tractor trailers, which I've literally never seen that. Ohio is serious about some tickets, some speeding tickets. But yeah, we are almost to, well, we're like between Columbus and Cincinnati now, and we've seen 17 cops, and I'm using Waze, and
I just get amused by the little like cop faces that pop up on it. It's a fascinating app.
My buddy. This guy has not stopped purring since I came home. I went and took a bath, and he went and found his toy, and sat outside of the bathroom yowling because he couldn't see me. And then now he just wants to be everywhere I am, so I play with him. And then he'll like stop playing and come and like knock against my head or my legs or something because he missed me. He's definitely a mama's cat. I'm exhausted and I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon, much to the cat's dismay. And we originally were gonna like try to stop at some places, but we decided we just wanted to drive on and not get back super late. So the only place we stopped was outside of Lexington. We stopped at the Liquor Barn, which is like a Sam's Club of liquor. It feels like it's huge. It's like a giant liquor store, but like it doesn't just have alcohol. So it has beer and wine and liquor. And then it also has like mixers and like, you know, that like the typical stuff that you would get like that. But then it has also like whole aisles of like Kentucky made stuff. It has artisan breads, cheeses, meats, an olive bar. It's just like the craziest place. You can get like gift baskets made there. It's legitimately crazy. And they even had a section that was like staff picks of like the alcohol, which I thought was hilarious because it was like a bookstore where they'd give you staff picks, except it was alcohol. So I was kind of amused by that. And we bought some stuff for that looked interesting that we hadn't seen before. I'm going to take most of it with us to Virginia this weekend for reunion anyways. But yeah, so that was fun. And other than that, we just stopped at like a Starbucks and a gas station and then came home and I took a bath and am trying to finish a short story in this tonight before I go to bed. And my nails look ratchet. And then I only have 2 stories left in this, so I'll try to finish one of them tonight, read one of them tomorrow, and then read one the next day so that I can finish this before we go to Virginia. And then I am still reading on When I Met Jack. It's a new book by Michelle Gable, so I obviously have not finished that. I've only read about 25% of that, but I'm going to be working on that some this week as well. And then I started Trio, which was the book from Mothbox, and I'm liking the way it's written, so I'll probably continue with that. And then I have the audio book for Tell Me How This Ends Well. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I got an ARC copy of it from Goodreads. Like I won an ARC copy of it from Goodreads like a year ago, I feel like, and I still haven't read it. So bad on me for that. But I have the audiobook of it and I'm going to be listening to that as a drive up to Roanoke. And then it's part of a kind of fun video that I have coming up for June. But I'm gonna go ahead and get a head start because when we, like, part of the drive back will be in June and I needed to pick an audiobook and I saw that that one was available, so I went for it. Because the weird thing about that book is that it doesn't have chapter breaks, like, at all. Like, there's not a single chapter break in the whole book. Like, there's 2 parts, but it's just like one long narrative. So I knew that was gonna be challenging for me to actually like physically read. So I'm looking forward to listening to it on audiobook, and it sounds like it's gonna be kind of funny and dark. So yeah, that one should be fun. But I am gonna go wash my face and probably go to sleep soon.